Hey lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. So we are 4 weeks post-op today. That means we are 1 month out. I cannot believe it's been 1 month since my surgery. I remember sitting in my bed the day after surgery and I would watch these other girls' videos and hearing how they're 3 weeks post-op, 2 months post-op, and I'd be like, wow, I feel like that day is never gonna come. And that's literally what I'm living through right now. I am recovering well. The girls are looking better each day. Like today I'm wearing a sports bra for the very first time instead of wearing my surgical bra. So that feels so nice, and it's so surreal because if you got your boobs done, you know how painful it is and you know how each day feels so slow, especially the first couple days. So I'm just so happy to be at this point. But anyways, the point of this video is to answer my frequently asked questions about my breast augmentation. These are the questions that I get asked the most, and they're all related to the surgery, what I got done, my healing process, and all of those little things. So without further ado, let's get started. So first question is, what did you get done? So I got a breast augmentation. I didn't get a lift or anything like that. So I was originally a 32B. This is what I looked like. I cannot believe that's what I looked like before. I didn't want an extreme transformation, but I wanted projection. When I turned to the side, I wanted there to be projection, and I didn't want to look flat-chested without a bra because I always wore a padded bra. No matter if I was wearing a t-shirt, crop top, whatever, I was always wearing a double push-up bra. So I just wanted that bra look but without the bra. So what I got are 350cc silicone implants. The brand is Mentor, and I got Mod High Profile Extra. I also get asked where my incision is. I got my incision placed under the crease here. I'll show you if you can see. They're pretty much right there. I still have the tape there so you can still see it, but the scar is really small. It's like maybe an inch wide, and they're gonna get a little bit smaller as they heal. I haven't seen the color of the scar yet because I do have the tape, but my doctor did recommend not to have any kind of sun exposure for a couple months, because if you do expose your scar to the sun, they get dark. So although it's gonna be bikini season soon, we gotta hold off on that. Another question I get is, did I get over or under the muscle and why? So I actually got them over the muscle. I know you can't really tell. A lot of people are really shocked when I tell them this, but I specifically wanted over the muscle because I didn't want my pecs to be interfered with. I didn't want my pecs to be cut through. My surgeon actually suggested dual plane, which is like half over, half under. But after a lot of thought into it, I was like, I do not want my pecs to be sliced. Like if I ever want my implants taken out, I want my pecs to be completely fine, like how they were before surgery. So that's why I wanted to do over the muscle. Another reason is that recovery is a lot faster when you do over the muscle. And you also don't get animation deformity, which is like when you flex your pecs and they kind of separate and they move. So since my implants are over the muscle, it has nothing to do with my pecs. So if I flex them or whatever it is I'm doing, they're just going to be sitting on top. Next, why did I choose silicone over saline? So if you guys don't know, saline is a lot more watery, and if it does rupture or pop, it leaks out with the saline that's inside, versus silicone is filled with silicone and it has that gummy bear texture where if you pop it or if it ruptures, it'll just stretch out and it's kind of still intact, but it won't deflate. So when you get a rupture with saline, your breast will look flat, versus if you get a rupture with silicone, you won't really be able to tell. So I didn't want to have a flat boob if it does rupture. That's why I chose silicone. And also I heard that silicone ripples a lot less. And since I have my implants over the muscle, I want as little rippling as possible because it is more visible when you have a really low percentage of body fat. So I chose silicone because it is a lot more firm, it ripples less, and also it won't rupture and leak. My most frequently asked question is, do you regret not going bigger, or do you like the size that you got? I love the size that I got. I love how they look like right now. I am only 1 month post-op, so I'm scared if they were to get smaller. I don't know how I would feel about that, but I've heard that once they fluff, they actually look a little bigger. So I love my size right now. But I have to say I completely understand why everyone talks about going bigger, because my chest has gotten smaller over the course of the last 4 weeks. When I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, am I going crazy or are they getting smaller and smaller? And they are, because the inflammation and the swelling is going down as they're healing, so that's why they are smaller. And I can understand why people say that they regret getting their size, because when the swelling goes down, you kind of miss how they looked when they were bigger. And I totally felt that, but I'm not letting it get to me. I think that's just a part of body dysmorphia. It's a part of your mind trying to adjust to your body. Like there's a lot of changes that are going on. Like you just went from no boobs to huge boobs to now less huge boobs. So I just feel like your mind is playing tricks on you if you feel like you didn't go big enough, or maybe it's just not proportional to your body. But I think that this looks really proportional to my body, and I'm really happy with how this looks. If I were to do this all over again, I think that I would have chosen 400 cc's, but I did tell the surgeon that the morning of my surgery, and he did try to do 400s, but they ended up doing 350s. It's totally up to your body, what your dimensions are, what looks proportionate on your body. Yeah, it's hard to answer that question. I think I would choose 400 if I were to choose again, and if it's even possible. Next is, did you lose sensitivity? And if so, when did it come back? So the first week post-op, I honestly couldn't feel anything. It just felt like these weird objects on my chest. Like I would touch it and it was just something, like it was just like a hot thing, you know? Now I can touch my chest, I can touch my skin, and I feel like it's my own skin. And as far as the nips, I never lost sensitivity. This one was always normal since day one. It's been normal since before surgery, but this one has been hypersensitive to the point where, let's say I get cold, then they get hard and it hurts. Because they're that sensitive, any kind of cloth, any kind of rubbing hurts them, but it's a different kind of pain. It's more like a sensitivity pain. It's not really like a soreness or anything like that. So I never lost my sensitivity, but now I have hypersensitivity on one side. I'm not sure if that'll ever go away. I'm hoping that it does, because I would love for them both to be normal, but I'm just glad that I never lost sensitivity in the first place. Next question is, when did you start driving again? So I didn't drive until like 14 days out, so 2 weeks out. And that was definitely by choice. I was playing it safe. I know some people drive a lot sooner, but I wanted to make sure that I didn't have pain. I was still sore, I'd say, until like 9 or 10 days. But I was honestly just really scared to put myself in a vulnerable position, like getting in a car accident. I know that's me just being worrisome, but I just wanted to play it safe, and I waited that long. Even at 14 days when I did drive, I felt like I was so distracted by my soreness. Like that was my first time getting out there and like really being independent for the first time. So I felt like my mind was playing tricks on me. I felt unsafe, and I wasn't 100% focused on the road. But the next day I drove again and I felt a lot better. It was just that first time was a little weird. But yeah, I waited 14 days. Next question, how many days off should I take from work? So this totally varies on your recovery and how your body takes it. But I would say to take off 1 week to be safe. I know not everyone can do that. If you can, take like 5 days off. But I seriously couldn't do things by myself. I couldn't cook, I couldn't clean, I couldn't drive for the first entire week. It was all really hard for me. Just standing in my home next to my bed for more than 5 minutes would cause me pain like on the lower half of my breast. So I couldn't even imagine myself going to work after 5 to 7 days. So if you can take a whole week off, I would definitely do that. Next is, when can you work out again? So my doctor said that I can do low impact cardio after 2 weeks, and I can't do any heavy lifting until 6 weeks post-op. I have been doing low impact cardio since 2 weeks out. I've been using the bike and I've been using the treadmill at a low incline, low speed. And I also tried the Stairmaster yesterday, but that was a little intense. It was pretty intense. I was huffing and puffing and I got off after like 5 minutes. So definitely no running, definitely no lifting. And even when you can lift after 6 weeks, you have to ease into it. You can't just pick up the same heavy weight that you did 6 weeks before your surgery. It's gonna be a while till I can do all the things that I did before surgery, like pole fitness, aerial hoop, lyra. I love aerial fitness and anything that requires the upper body and like core strength. I love all of that stuff. So it's been really hard for me to not do any of that, but I know it'll be worth it after waiting and everything will be healthy. I just want a smooth recovery. Okay, did you have difficulty sleeping? If so, how did you get comfortable? So to be honest, I didn't really have issues sleeping, but I think that's because I've always slept on my back. Even before surgery, I always just found myself ending up on my back. Even if I started on my side, I would wake up on my back. So naturally, my body really likes that. Or maybe it's my setup. So let me show you what my setup is. So this is my setup. I have my neck pillow behind me. I have quite a bit of pillows here. So I have this one on top, and then I have 2 other pillows creating like that slant. And then I have my reading pillow there first. I did use the reading pillow on its own if I was just watching TV and I was sitting up. But when I would go to bed, I would add these. So I add one there. I add this one a little bit lower for like my upper back. And then I use this one for my head right there. And then I have this behind me so I can reach back and grab it if I need to. But this is what it looks like when I'm laying on there, and this is how I sleep. So I'm not that elevated, I'm not sitting up, but this is really comfortable for me. It's always been comfortable, and I just turn my head to the sides and I'm cool. And then if I need to, like if I'm gonna watch TV, I just add my neck pillow here, and now my neck can chill and I'm cool. Okay, last question is, how much did you pay? My surgery was a very rare occasion. I actually won a giveaway. I can't believe I'm saying that out loud. It's just so crazy. But I won a giveaway with Dr. Chaudhry from Be That Beautiful. He's in Beverly Hills, and he did a giveaway with Louis Castro, and I won. So I didn't have to pay anything. I only had to pay for like the medication and the blood work, which was under like $500. It really wasn't anything, but the surgery itself was nothing. But if you are interested in booking with him for your surgery, then his price for a breast augmentation is $10,000. So that is on the higher end here in California. So if you're looking for something affordable, then maybe you might want to look somewhere else. But yeah, I'm just so grateful, so blessed that that was the case for me. It's just mind-blowing. But yeah, people ask me this question a lot, how much did I pay? And I'm always like, where do I start? You know, but it is $10,000. Well, that is it for today. If you guys have any more questions, please drop them down below, ask me them, and I'll answer them in the comments. Or if it's a lot, then I can make another video, or let me know what other kind of video you'd like to see from me, because I'd love to hear your feedback. That way I can make better videos for y'all. But I will see y'all in the next one. Follow me on all my socials so we can keep in touch. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!